Welcome to the 10-7 show, y'all, with Tyra Goose, and myself, as you saw already. We are live at 7 o'clock at 6:25, which is June 25th, 7 o'clock. And we are back, and we haven't been around for the last couple of weeks because, I don't know.
Stuff.
It was Father's Day.
Juneteenth.
Juneteenth and Father's Day
was the same day.
Graduation's been happening.
Yeah.
We just,
that's done.
Y'all know what's been going on. It's been going on with us too. So it is what it is. So
absolutely.
Welcome back. We appreciate having y'all. And Tyra Goose, how y'all been? I know how you
been. You've been good. No complaints.
Absolutely not. Tired.
Summer's flying by.
I know. Like, what is going on?
We need to have summer weather.
Yes.
Yeah. Along with these days that are flying by.
Yes.
Yeah. Maybe
I'm not shoveling snow is a good day.
Well, you didn't shovel snow.
That is true.
That too.
That is true.
But yeah, I just thought about it. Like, it's almost the end of June, and we haven't really. I just felt like because I was just about, summer ain't flying. What y'all talking about? And I just realized.
Yeah.
Well, summer is really only 4 days.
It's only a couple days old. It's true. But by now,
wow! Oh my gosh!
But now we've had like at least 190-degree day. But what do I know?
Well, I mean, hey, like Goose says, as long as we ain't shoveling snow, we all right, right?
Exactly. That humidity today was something else, though.
Yeah,
I can't lie about that.
How are you guys doing?
How we doing, babe? We're good.
Oh, I'm glad.
All this rain we've been getting.
I know.
God, maybe I'll grow.
It's gonna be crazy. You said what?
Maybe I'll grow from all the rain.
Nah.
Good luck. I've tried. As you can tell. I'm sorry. I keep seeing things on the tree outside. I'm sorry. I need to shut this.
Yeah. Well, now it's gonna make me look dark.
You distracted.
I'm distracted. Pretty bird.
Yeah.
All right. So look, y'all know what the 10-7 show is, man. If y'all checking us out for the first time, welcome. Make sure you share us with your friends. If you are checked back for another time, I ain't gonna say the second time, but another time, share us with your friends and make sure you bring your friends and your family in with it, because we got something exciting, something fun to talk about. The silent killer of a relationship, right? We're going to talk about that a little bit later in the show, but as y'all know, we're going to get to everyone's favorite part of the show, and y'all know what part of the show that is. I'm kind of stalling again. Here we go. Would you rather portion of the show brought to you by Therapeutic Billing. Tara, tell us a little something about Therapeutic Billing, if you will.
I would love to. Therapeutic Billing is the largest minority-owned and women-led medical credentialing and billing firm in the United States. Therapeutic Billing offers a variety of services to independent providers and small group providers, including credentialing, re-credentialing, insurance billing, bookkeeping, and virtual assistant services. To contact Therapeutic Billing, the telephone number is 610-228-2029, and the web address is therapeuticbilling.com.
There you have it.
All right.
So would you rather, it's brought to you by Therapeutic Billing, in care of Tyra. She puts these would you rather questions out there.
Thank you so much. All right. So I have a couple for us today. We can stop whenever we need to, but here we go. And if you're watching later on after this, you can still put your choice to the would you rather right in the comments. And hey, you may see your comment posted in our Facebook group. Would you rather be able to control fire or control water?
Water.
I say water.
I say water. What'd you say?
I don't know. That's a tough one because you say control fire. I'm thinking like the superhero.
Yeah, I'm thinking like Cyclops.
Yeah, nah. But see, the reason I say
how often you're really using fire.
The reason I say water is because the Earth is, if my schooling, if I remember correctly, 85% water, and so is the human body. So I want to control that.
I don't get what.
I-
I don't know.
Because it's more land, and water is. I mean, fire is destructive, but water is super destructive also.
Yeah.
True. True.
Yeah.
Think about this.
What?
If you control water, let's talk about what Goose just said. If you can control water, you can control 85% of every person in the world.
That's true.
Now you have 85%
Solid
control
point.
of everybody.
I mean, you probably could just make them super dehydrated.
Yeah, that's what they did.
I'm so
Isn't
tired.
that in Black Panther, Wakanda Forever?
Oh, what happened?
They dehydrated.
Second one.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
I forgot what happened in that movie.
Oh, then you're not a real Marvel fan. It's like, no.
Oh.
I'm joking. I'm joking. I know, right? All right, okay.
My favorite
I'm
movie,
just
House
gonna-
Party, so I don't know.
I'm just gonna be the eyeball. Well, what did you say, babe?
I didn't.
Okay,
But
well,
I'll say fire.
I was gonna say fire. See, there we go.
Trying to be on my team.
What? See, can't even agree with you. All right, here we go. Would you rather always be hot or always be cold?
Oh, I'm always cold.
Yeah, I'm gonna say.
I'd rather always be cold.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm always cold, and I live there, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna stay there. I'm cold.
Being cold, like, you can really deal with being cold. But being hot is so uncomfortable.
It
Yeah.
is.
I'd rather be hot.
You
Because
can't.
I'm always cold.
Because the thing about it is exactly with cold, you can seek shelter. You can turn the heat on. You can put more clothes on. You can drink tea. If you hot, you could be butt naked.
And still,
Short of getting in air conditioning, you're just going to be hot.
I know, but I would still choose hot because I don't like being cold, and I'm always cold now.
Yeah.
So,
I
hence
guess
my
if you're
hoodie.
always hot or always cold, no matter what you do, you're always going to be hot and always going to be cold.
Mhm.
I'd rather always be cold than
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay.
That was easy.
Answer in the chat. Here we go.
I pick cold.
Would you rather be able to play any instrument or have incredible public speaking skills?
play any instrument.
play any instrument?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. Nobody wants to hear me talk.
Nope.
I could become a speechwriter, write speeches for the president. But I'm gonna say play any instrument because
Mhm.
that's cool too, and you can make money off of that.
Because if you a great public speaker, you kind of got
You
to
just said.
you got to kind of get discovered.
Right,
Yeah.
Play
Right.
any instrument, you gonna get discovered.
right. Somebody gonna find
You
out who
gonna
you
play
are.
in somebody's band. You gonna play. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right.
Got 2 comments up there, Justin.
Okay.
I got one.
Okay.
Somebody said incredible speaking skills. Somebody on Facebook said that.
Okay.
I wanted to go back to the other would you rather real quick.
Which
I
one?
just thought about something. The hot and cold one.
Okay.
When it's really cold outside and you gotta go get something out your car, when you step out, ooh, and then you hurry up and go to the car and come back in.
Yeah.
When it's really hot and you gotta get something, you don't hurry up and go outside and get it and go back in. Like you walk.
Yeah, you do.
Because you might stroke out. Yeah, you do.
Yeah, so if you always hot, like you be feeling that all the time.
I'm always cold, so I feel that all the time. Like I came in here today and I was like, I'm freezing.
I got nothing. I got nothing.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna say always hot because I'm always cold now, and I can't stand it.
Okay.
Yeah.
At least I could put a fan on or something like that. Well, I'm not always cold now. At night I get hot, you know.
Yeah.
But still, I'd rather be always hot.
Okay.
All right. So that was your would you rather for today. Thank you for participating. Again, if you watch this after the show has already aired, still put your would you rather comments in. We want to know what would you rather do.
Somebody said because moving fast, moving.
Fast makes you hotter. That's true.
So you're just gonna either move fast and get hotter, or just walk.
No, the fact of the matter is, it's blazing in your car.
That is true. That is true. You'd be like, oh
my god.
Open the doors and let the heat out before you get in.
That is true. That is true. And God forbid you touch that hot steering wheel
Bro.
Or the
and
belt-
try to drive.
or the seat belt.
I'm about to
buckle.
say, you ever sit down in your car?
Yes.
Shorts on?
Yes. Yes. Or your back is out and that seatbelt buckle hit your little back fat. Oh, Lord.
Branded.
Yes.
Right here.
Got a little square
Right
on it.
here.
Oh,
Absolutely. But I would still rather be hot.
All right, well, we're gonna let you rock out with it.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
You go ahead and be hot. All right, we're gonna move on to the next portion of the show. This is the portion of the show where we read your letters, your emails, your direct messages, IMs, DMs, whatever y'all want to call them these days. We talk about your conversations, whatever the case may be, and we give you our professional, unprofessional opinions on them, or our unprofessional. I don't know how it goes, but
Yeah, well,
everyone keeps us from getting
Right. We give you our thoughts. Okay.
So, Justin, you're taking the first one,
Oh, I
right?
got the first one. Oh, shoot, dog. Going on over here. All right, I'm about to read it from over here.
Here, babe.
You got it.
Yeah.
See, that's why I got married. Here we go.
Okay, that's why you got married. Great.
That's right. To have somebody to support and to support him.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Dear 10-7, I met her 29 years. That sounds like the beginning of a song, don't it?
I know.
Dear 10-7, I met her 29 years ago. She's 47. Has 5 baby daddies. I'm sorry. I didn't read this prior, so I wasn't expecting
Did I ask you? I said to you, Justin, did you read
Yeah.
the notes?
And I said I usually do, but this time I didn't. Here we go. Has 5 baby daddies, 6 kids, and the youngest child is 7 years old. She claims she has never stopped loving me and is miserable with her youngest child's father. She is in her feelings about what could have been between us. Yo,
Keep going.
All right.
Keep going, babe.
I can stop now.
Like, do I have to?
I have 2 ex-wives and 3 children who are all grown and on their own. I'm a very happily single, and I don't have a need for or desire to find a wife or a full-time mate. But I am open to it if the right connection happens. How do you think I should handle this situation? I'm curious to know your opinions. Oh, well, you gonna get them.
Mm.
You're gonna get our opinions today.
All right,
How
Justin,
would y'all handle that? Those that are watching.
Let me try to say this the best I can without somebody calling me wanting to slap me in the street. If you are very happily single, and yeah, this is too much already.
Absolutely.
If you are very happily single, then be happily single.
yeah.
Agreed.
Absolutely. Just let her walk on by.
Say about that.
Agreed.
Yeah,
Agreed.
I mean, I couldn't agree more. I feel like she's got way too much baggage. Your kids are grown on their own. She's got a 7-year-old. I just don't. I don't love that for you. I really want you to
Because
just.
they said the youngest is 7.
The youngest is
Right. That means she got infants.
baby daddies, 6 kids.
Right.
Youngest is 7.
Yeah, which means she might have a 9-year-old,
A high
a
schooler.
10-year-old,
It's too much work.
17.
It's too much work. It's too much work.
Yeah.
That's
So
a
you
lot
could
of
be her
work.
friend. You could be her friend with benefits. You could be whatever it is you want to be to her. Just don't be her dude.
Yeah, or make your expectations clear to her though.
Right.
Don't like lead her on. Just make your expectations clear. Tell her like, I'm not looking for this type of relationship, but we can
We can
hang
be
out
friends.
or whatever.
Yeah, and that's fine. That's totally fine. That's totally fine. All right.
Yeah, but yeah, no.
You ready to move on to the next one, Justin? What are y'all doing?
I dropped something. I picked it up and I yanked the mic cord.
He almost
I was checking to make sure it was good.
Oh, all
he
right.
almost took me with the microphone cord. It's like
My bad.
that's cool.
I'm
All
gonna
right,
take
here we go. Dear 10-7, I met this woman through a mutual friend, and we exchanged numbers and talked on the phone for a while to get to know each other at her request to get comfortable. We met for a date in the park where we walked and talked. After meeting her in person, I realized she's not my type romantically, but we can be cool. How do I tell her without her getting upset and or expecting a friendship? I've already gotten a text from her that it was nice meeting me and she had a good time and can't wait to see me again. And my response was, it was nice meeting you as well. You may ask why she's not my type. Her appearance. I'm not attracted to her. The conversation was off, and she always referred to what her ex did that she didn't like. I had to tell her he's your ex. We don't have to have a conversation with him in it all the time. Lastly, there was a stale smell when I hugged her that just threw me off. And after I left, I could smell it on me for the rest of the day.
Cigarettes.
Ooh.
What are your thoughts, fellas? Your opinion matters too.
Funk transfer.
Jackass.
For real. Oh my God.
When you give somebody a hug and the funk transfer, that's a problem.
Yeah, that's no
You don't even
good.
know her like that to even be tackling that problem.
No,
But
So
this is my
You're not attracted to her. It's that simple. You're not attracted to her. You don't have to continue anything.
right. I'm just not that into you. End of story.
It's that simple. Oh my God.
What about you,
the
babe?
thing about it is that up till now you have been, I guess, she wanted to talk on the phone so she was comfortable meeting you in person. So you've been obliging, you know what I mean, her
Yeah.
request. So
Yeah.
I mean, listen, like baby, you could have found out earlier, but you wanted to meet now.
Yo, Tiny
Yeah.
said, yo, if I smell still after we chill, it's a wrap.
Yeah,
100%. 100%.
exactly. Especially, it's nothing like having that funk in your nostrils like that, and you can't get it out. You in there trying to spray some perfume.
It's me.
Yeah, like no, absolutely not. Mm-mm.
That's
No.
that funk that hold on to your nostrils. Like
That's
this.
hang time.
I
Yeah,
done told y'all many times on this show that phone.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
You know. No, that's not okay. Mm-mm.
yeah,
You can't ride with it.
yeah. Like, yeah, I don't know.
Our advice to you: move on. You do not have to form a
Yeah,
relationship with this
absolutely
person.
not.
Just move on.
Yep.
Yep. Look, Tiny said he ain't like nothing about her conversation, smell, looks. Let it go.
Absolutely.
Right.
Let her go.
You know what I mean? Just tell her
Honestly,
good
you
luck to
can't
her
really worry about how she's going to react because
It was
she's
one,
going to react the way she reacts.
right. It was one initial date. Like she shouldn't even expect anything serious.
Well,
But the thing about it is, she's going to know that it has to be her appearance, because if they had been talking on the phone for however long
right.
Right.
before they even met, it's like, even though he said the conversation during the date, she didn't like her talking about her ex all the time.
Right.
But other than that, he didn't say anything about her conversation.
right.
No. Mm-mm.
You know what I'm saying? So she's going to be like, oh, what's wrong?
Well, maybe she won't. Hopefully, she won't come back to you. You could just. It'll just.
Yeah, maybe just kind of.
Just ghost her.
That's what I was gonna say. Just ghost her.
I mean, it
No,
really
that's
does
corny.
suck. And we tell
No,
people
no.
not to.
Yeah, that's not good. That's not good.
Don't ghost her. That's corny. Just be like, listen.
Listen.
I'm not
Listen,
attracted to
I'm
you.
part of an elite squad in
No.
the military, and
No.
they,
Wait,
Don't
and
do
you gonna get mad at us for ghosting her? You talking?
and
No.
they sending me on a mission.
I'm gotta go to
I
Yemen.
can't tell you where I'm going, and I don't know when I'll be back.
I'm on the 18.
Right, he part of B613.
Or Justin.
Oh man.
Oh my gosh.
All right.
Come on, move on to
Who
the
got,
next one.
who got the next one?
I do.
Goose is gonna take this. I'll take the very last one then, guys.
All right.
Dear 10-7, so I cheated on my new husband with my ex-husband. I'm not happy or proud about it, but it happened, and I don't want to lose my new husband by telling him. What should I do?
Don't tell him.
Tell them.
Don't tell her.
Yeah, don't tell them that.
That was easy.
Yeah. You're gonna have to, y'all both gonna have to take that one to the grave.
Because he might kill both of y'all. He find out.
Exactly.
Nobody but God. What she say?
She was talking about the last one. She knew
Yeah.
she got those clothes out the basement.
Stuff on that date.
Yeah, exactly.
Smell like mothballs.
Mm.
Yeah, if you don't want to lose your new husband, you
Smelling like black mold.
take it to the grave.
Yeah.
Keep the liar alive.
And stop fooling around with your ex-husband. Leave him alone.
Yeah, that would also probably help.
Yes.
Yeah, because I have a feeling that's not going to end.
Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
All right, y'all ready for the next one?
Back.
Yeah.
Why is this one so long?
Did Kanye write that?
Oh, Kanye wrote this? I don't know, Kanye. Is this you?
No, the last one.
That's the one I'm getting ready to read. Yes, shit long. Okay. Dear 107, Robin and I have been together for 3 years. She recently took a trip to her hometown. While there, she met up with a married friend of hers who's been blatantly inappropriate in the past. While she was gone, I was busy planning a proposal, ring shopping, venue, photography, the works. I clearly expressed my discomfort with this friendship, but went ahead and she went ahead and met with him. She has other male friends I have absolutely no qualms about. Her lack of boundaries have been an occasional issue, but this time I feel really hurt. We discussed this with our therapist, who also thought it was not okay that she met up with this friend, but she seems to think there's nothing wrong with it. She said they met at a restaurant and he tried making a pass at her, but nothing happened. During our therapy session, I pleaded that if she truly didn't see a reason to block this person, she should at least do it for me. She said she said she'd block him, but it turns out she just hid his messages. And when I learned she lied, I was crushed. She says the guy doesn't add value to her life, but somehow it was too difficult to cut him loose. I really love her, and we had been in a really good place. But how do we build a marriage without trust? Am I the insecure one? Does her moral compass need some calibration? This problem keeps me up at night.
Yeah, her moral compass needs some calibration.
He doesn't add any value to her life, but she won't let him go.
She lying.
She's basically.
Either she's lying or he got something on her.
She lying. How is it that this person adds no value to her life, but she can't cut him loose? It's something. You look what I'm saying? Oh, he's so funny. It's something.
Yeah, well, you don't hold on to somebody because they're funny.
Exactly.
But,
Yeah, I don't believe any of it.
Mm-hmm.
I believe they may even be messing around.
Oh, they absolutely.
Oh, 100%.
They absolutely messed up.
What does this say?
Yes. Oh, meeting up with someone alone who always flirts is dangerous. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. So she's not serious about you. Like, he gonna flirt with you if y'all meet up.
Because then I'm gonna tell you, she probably invite the boy to the wedding and be all kind of craziness at the wedding, and all your people be like, "Yo, why she all and who the boy?" And
Exactly.
It's just drama that you don't even need. So
Yep.
Nope.
Goose said no.
Yep. What you say, babe?
She ain't respecting you or herself, probably. Nah.
Nope.
Nah, man. You gotta get out of that.
No, man.
So are we telling him to leave her?
Or rethink that wedding
Swiftly.
Yeah.
Swiftly.
Because marrying her is not going to change this. If that's what you think.
No.
And every time she go home without you.
To her hometown. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be in the back of your head. Like, is she with him? Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yep.
So you want just because if she's like this, he's gonna be around, and every time you see him, you're gonna want to kick his ass. So you might as well just stop. Just be like, listen,
absolutely.
I'm good.
Absolutely, I agree.
I agree.
All right.
100%.
There you go. Well, there you have it. That's it, Justin.
Well, that was the Dear 107 portion of the show, brought to you by nobody. let us know if you want to sponsor that portion of the show. You might own a business, you might know a business, small business, somebody's doing something positive. Sponsor a segment with that.
Absolutely.
All right, so it's something that I feel kind of funny talking about, right? Because unfortunately, this is one of the people I looked up to when I was younger.
Yeah.
To in the business that I wanted to be in.
Right.
But I'll let y'all introduce because I don't know. Like this whole thing happened behind my back in a sense because the only reason I even know about it is because Tyra said something. And
like I first heard about it. Okay, so the audience knows we're talking about the Russell Simmons family feud.
Yes.
He was having with his ex-wife Kimora Lee Simmons and their two daughters, Ming Lee and Aoki Lee.
Aoki, yeah.
And so I first heard about it. A friend of ours posted it on Facebook, like, yo, Russell Simmons and his family is going at it over on Instagram. Well, all this stuff has since been deleted. And Tyra, I don't know, did you see the video?
I saw the video of Russell Simmons yelling, but it was muted, so you couldn't hear what he was saying.
Okay.
But you could clearly tell that he was upset and, he was not in his normal calm tone.
Right. The way he
it was obvious.
Mm-hmm. Wait, there's a comment. I don't know if this is from what we were just talking about.
He said, if
that's from the last.
To do it, and she doesn't respect that, she needs to go.
Absolutely.
Okay. All right.
Absolutely.
So I didn't see the video, but what I did was I went to people.com because, well, they're a reliable news source for now. So basically, the Cliff's notes are Russell Simmons' drama with his two daughters, Ming Lee Simmons and Aoki Lee Simmons, started on Father's Day. So this was last Sunday. With a snub and turned into a social media brawl. So Ming Lee posted a tribute to their mom, Kimora Lee Simmons, on Father's Day, shading her father. It says Kimora and Russell were married from 1998 to 2009. They had the two girls together. Following this diss, Russell took to Instagram to share a cryptic quote implying that Kimora was the reason for his strained relationship with his two daughters. Stop telling, no, this is what he says. I'm quoting Russell. Stop telling fathers they should have fought harder to see their children and start asking mothers why he had to fight at all, the message read. So the next day, Aoki responded by releasing a series of heated text messages and video chats with her dad. They've since been deleted. Where she says, my father is not well. For years, he needs help and won't accept that he refuses to acknowledge he is not himself. She captioned the now deleted video. He's threatened and bullied my sister, my grandmom. He's harassed my grandmom in the middle of the night in poor health, sent a man to my sister's apartment at 2 a.m. to scare her. He lashes out at anyone who does not say, oh, Russell, everything is fine. Well, it's not fine. So then Kimora jumps in. Mama Bear jumps in to defend her girls. And she says, leave my kids alone. The narrative of attacking the only caregiver, meaning the mother, the only parent in the home, and the kids, the mom and the kids, for one's own shortcomings and embarrassments is dead, dead, dead. She continued to call out her ex-husband while subtly referring to his several sexual misconduct allegations that came to light in 2018. Russell denies any part in these sexual abuse claims. So Kimora says the same abusive, S-H-I-T, this is how you maneuver with the world and women around you. Your threats and lies and intimidation maneuvers and tactics are sad. Stop it, please. Your own flesh and blood, enough is enough. I don't know. It goes on and on and on and on and on. Yeah. And he got online and was like, I love my girls, never meant this to happen. Blah, blah, blah. I love you. I love myself.
God is testing you.
God is testing you. Whatever.
Yeah, this is like so totally out of character. But I did see the video of his daughter. I don't know which one.
I said this totally out of character, so we think.
Oh yeah, because
we think, right? And she was like hysterically crying because I think she was trying to be a model, and she was like, I know he's going to ruin my career, and blah 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 blah. Really? Yeah, so that's what sparked me into it. I'm like, what is she talking about? Yeah, and that's when I started like looking. I think it was some stuff on the Shade Room about it, and I was just like. And then when I saw the video of him yelling, but you couldn't hear what he was saying, I was like, wow, that don't even seem like Russell. But I mean, it's just sad. Apparently, and this is a rumor. I don't know if this is true. Let me put that out there. But apparently the rumor is that his Kimura may have stole some money from him. Like there's a court battle over some money.
Mhm.
Right. And apparently they're saying that he wanted the kids to take his side in court.
Mhm.
And they didn't take his side. I guess they took the side of the mother. And that's the root of all of this chaos that's going on.
Yeah,
here.
but the crazy part about it is that
Supposedly.
believe
Allegedly.
your wife, took money from you that she shouldn't have. You don't put the kids in the middle, no matter how.
Absolutely.
Well, yeah,
You
that's
don't tell the kids that their mother's a cunt and a whore. Like, yeah.
what?
That's what she was saying in the video. Like,
Oh wow.
he was like telling them, their mom is a whore and this and a thief and all this stuff. It was wild. And I was just like, here we go again in Hollywood.
Yeah, right. I mean, okay. I don't know, Justin. What are your thoughts?
I don't know, because I really don't even understand it. Like
it's weird. Like it just came out of nowhere.
It came out of nowhere, and it was just like, all right, so he's doing these terrible things, but then it's like this all started over money in court, but the why is it on Instagram? Is what I want to know.
Well, the daughter posted something on Instagram, basically giving a Father's Day shout out to the mom.
Right.
To the mom.
Right.
Which is
and he got upset about it.
Whether it was intentional or not, that's what it was.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So that part, okay. But it seems like, and please correct me if I'm wrong, because I haven't seen any of these videos. Are these videos going back and forth to each other on Instagram, or is it somewhere else and somebody's finding a recording or something?
No, so
or is this whole thing playing out on social media?
Aoki posted videos. They've now been taken down.
They probably did.
Right.
So all these videos are ones that she posted.
They've now been deleted. I don't know if the interaction going back and forth on their own pages is still up there or not. Because this happened over a week. Well, yeah, it was Father's Day when all this went down.
I think the video of him yelling, he was FaceTiming her or something. I don't know how it got up there, but you can't hear it. Like if you find it, you can't hear anything.
Mm-hmm.
But I saw the video of her like crying, saying he's, she'll probably never be able to model and this, and like, why are you calling my mother all these names? I think they just want to remain neutral in whatever this financial suit is about. And it seems as though allegedly that he is upset about them remaining neutral in the situation.
So Tanya, and I have the post up there, Justin. Tanya, I don't know where she heard it, but she says she's heard that Kimura used their mutual money for her current husband.
And that's the money that's in question.
Yeah. And apparently they had mutual funds because they were still really good friends. I mean, I can see that they would. Why wouldn't you stay
because
friends?
whatever business
they
had while they were married, they probably just kept in place.
Yeah.
The whole baby fat thing happened after they were.
I think they were still married when she came.
They were still married? Okay. Yeah. So it's probably money from that and, whatever else, whatever other contracts or whatever they have going on. But yeah, that's just ugly that it's playing out for the world to see like this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, totally. Well, we wish him luck.
Yeah.
So
Jane said, "I don't like when they show a person at their worst."
Yeah, it's rough.
Yeah, because you just never know. I mean, like relationships are hard. Period. And so is divorce. Divorce is hard, and as you can see, they've been divorced for what, like 20 years now.
They've
been divorced for a long time.
Married from.
They've been divorced since 2008, I think it said.
Yeah, they were married from 1998 to 2009.
Okay.
What the actual F?
So they've been divorced for like maybe 13, 14 years or something like that. So
and I said it's all over TikTok.
Oh, okay. Wow. So yeah, it's crazy. But I mean, I could, I can understand people snapping. I don't think you should show videos of people at their worst. Maybe he's not at his worst. Maybe that's just how he really is. And so according to the video, that's how he always like hollering at them and yelling at them. And she was just wanting the world to see who he really is, I guess. That's the way it came across.
This is my whole thing. You know, that's your dad. You know, he always hollering and screaming. Like, yeah, that's my dad. He always hollering and screaming. Like, what? Ask Eli. Yeah, that's my dad. He loud. He always hollering and screaming. That don't mean he's mad or angry. That's just how he talks with passion.
But when you hollering and screaming, it's saying that your mother's a whore. That's
right. Exactly. Like, yeah, that was a poor move.
I really can't even believe he said it. I mean, I guess I can believe it, but dang,
I can believe he said it.
Wow.
Honestly. He was probably heated. You know, look, when it comes to money, people show they behind.
I'm sure he ain't the first dude to have said that about his mama.
Exactly.
I'm sure he's not. What is
exactly.
They continue to be good friends. There are pics of them on vacation together. Well,
yeah. So maybe this is just like a wrinkle in time, and it'll all smooth over.
I hope so.
Yeah.
So anyhow, Justin, you ready to move on?
Let's move on.
Yeah.
I'll let you introduce.
Let us move on.
All right. So this week's topic was actually Tyra's idea. Tyra found this topic. Listen, what you see what Tanya said?
What'd she say?
When nobody louder and cussing than my dad.
Hey, absolutely. Scared the bejesus out of me.
Yeah. And Sheena said, a large wrinkle it is.
Yes.
I'm about to go on TikTok so I can see this, Tanya.
I don't even know how to really work TikTok like that.
Tanya will show you.
Okay.
How to work it.
I mean, I know how to work it, but like, how would I search for this so I can watch
TikTok? When people are upset, they say really, really mean things.
Indeed.
They do.
And then they just think they can walk them back.
Right, especially when they upset about some money.
I ain't really mean that.
She's not a whore. She anything but. All right. So what we're talking about tonight is uncommunicated expectations, the silent killer of relationships. Did y'all do your homework to read this article?
I read it when I sent it to you, so I need to brush up. Did you do your homework?
All right.
I didn't, but I get the gist from the tagline.
That's fine. I'm gonna read and then I'm gonna ask you some questions. All right. So
you ain't saying it's gonna be a test.
There will be a test. For the viewing audience. There will be a test at the end. How aware are you of your day-to-day expectations? Of what your expectations from life, your significant other, or even the strangers you interact with? Chances are you build out dozens, if not hundreds, of expectations each day. Chances are also good that you're only aware of a small fraction of them. Do you know what that means so far?
What you laughing at?
I'm laughing at this.
What?
No.
Right, said the silent
killer ain't nothing but gas. That is true.
We know it's true in your household.
Hey.
All right, so I'm gonna ask y'all to think about a recent interaction, and it could be personal, it could be work, where you became frustrated, angry, or disappointed. Okay, so like I said, it could be a romantic partner, a coworker, a friend, family. What caused the upset?
Do we have to like tell it?
I asked you a question. I mean, if it's too personal, then don't.
I'm trying to think. Let me think.
What made me upset? I'm gonna try to keep some noise going just because when people listen to it on the podcast, I don't want to think that the joint cut off. Ryan said he knows one for me. I don't even know if I want him to say it.
I was about to be like, you might want to rein Ryan's in. I mean, he could put it up there, just don't put it up there.
You can text it to me, Ryan, and I'll see if I.
Oh, what I do, huh? What I do?
Ruh-roh.
You know what? You know what's funny? I wasn't even thinking about her in this equation. I really was. Like, you never crossed my mind in this equation. Damn. So let me put you in it. Let me see if I can find.
Here you go.
Yeah, wanted to be in it. How about y'all? Y'all?
No, so what I'm going to say is, from what I got from a little bit that she's already read, is that it seems like people naturally expect others to think the same way that they do.
Yeah.
And to see things the way they do.
Yeah.
And because we don't align like that all the time, that's when expectations that weren't communicated get messed up.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're looking at a situation and in your head, you're like, oh, in this situation, I would blah, 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 blah. Mm-hmm. I would A, B, C. Mm-hmm. But the person that's in the situation with is saying, nope, in this situation, I'm an X, Y, Z.
So the example that they gave, and Justin, I guess you can keep thinking if you want to, but it says, did they leave dirty dishes in the sink? Did they not respond to your email or text? Did they not invite you to go out last weekend? In most cases, the anger, frustration, or hurt you feel has more to do with your unmet expectation than it does with whatever actually happened. So that's what you were saying.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? Now that I'm thinking, I saw this video, and I was going to post it in our 10-7 group because remember we talked about weaponized incompetence and stuff like that. So this young lady posted a video. She had a baby. It was her and her husband, and she was called saying that he was weaponizing his incompetence, right? So the kitchen was a hot mess, right? Mm-hmm. But she asked him to clean the bottles, right? Mm-hmm. And that's what he did. He cleaned the bottles, put them on the drying rack, but it was dishes in the sink, a pizza box on the counter.
The bottles amongst all this filth.
Right. But what I'm saying is he was upset. She got upset with him, was like, why didn't you just, clean, put this stuff away? He was like, well, all you asked me to do was clean the bottles. So that's what I did. And so she was saying that her husband was weaponizing his incompetence because she was like, you can see all this stuff here, but yet you chose to ignore it and just wash the bottles. And then but she never asked him. She really didn't ask him to clean up the kitchen. She asked him to clean the bottles. So her expectation was that he would just clean up everything. And when he didn't do it, she was upset. So right. I think it was both. I think it was a little bit of both.
Because he wasn't a mind reader.
And that's what's in this article. She would have cleaned up everything.
Right. She would have done everything. Even if he said, babe, just wash the bottles. She would have cleaned everything. And she was expecting him to think that way. So is it really weaponized incompetence or uncommunicated expectations?
Right. Wait, what?
I said, so is it really weaponized incompetence like we discussed or uncommunicated expectation?
I think in that case it's uncommunicated expectation. It definitely is 100%.
Especially because he was probably doing something when she asked him to clean the bottles. So he
didn't say that.
Clean the bottles right quick and go back to what I was doing.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I didn't say all that.
You asked me guys are like one track mind. Clean the bottles. Yeah. All right, I'll go clean the bottles.
Here's something that stood out. Something that stood out for me as far as my relationship with my husband. If you send a text to a friend, you get upset when she doesn't reply right away. You had an expectation that she would. Did you ask for an immediate response when you sent it? I didn't, but I assumed. If you're upset with your friend because
the next text is like, hello,
and that's what I mean.
I'm getting these.
All right, I'm gonna skip over that. If you get upset when your spouse comes home from work and plops down in front of the TV, what were you expecting them to do? Help make dinner, watch the kids so you can have a break? Are they being rude, or have you simply not communicated your expectations to them?
You just haven't communicated your expectations.
Yeah. But I mean, after a while, you kind of get into a routine. Like, why do I have to tell you?
That's how I feel about some things.
Said this goes back to communication. I found that sometimes people's minds are focused on other things, kind of like what Goose said earlier. and if we communicate and ask your expectations to be met.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Like the boy said, like you ain't asked me to clean the kitchen.
You asked me to clean the bottles. But me,
So I left the pizza box on the counter all night for the roaches to come. You see what I'm saying? Just like, really?
Okay. So
because this is the thing. If your expectation was for me to clean the kitchen and you asked me to clean the bottles, you should have asked me to clean the kitchen.
I feel like I wouldn't have to say that to you.
No, you don't have
to. I don't think I would have had to say it.
But you did. Because he met the expectation that you communicated.
Mm-hmm.
That deal.
But then, like, at what point do you have to continually be like, I need you to do A, B, C, and D?
Let me just say this: you can't get mad at a person for doing what you told them to do.
That's true. But at what point in a relationship do I have to like give you play by play? You know, like at what point does that stop? Like at what point do the two becoming one where you just see something and just do it?
Like I said, if you asking me to do one thing, you could ask for the whole everything that you want.
You're right. You're right.
You understand what I'm saying? Because you could have, instead of saying at what point in the relationship, why can't you just say, hey babe, the baby need bottles to be clean, but can you do the whole kitchen for me? And that's all it would take.
Right, and I agree with you. But there's times too where you'll be like,
what you asked for.
Well, but there's times too when you'll be like, you know what? Let me just go ahead and do this because I know she's gonna ask me to do it anyway. Like, and guys will do that. Let me just go ahead and do this because she going. It's like, so I'm just saying, like, is that always the case, or does it get to a point where you kind of know each other that well?
But this is also just one instance.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This could be the first time they washing bottles after having a newborn.
Yeah.
True.
And that's why it's dishes in the sink and pizza boxes and all of that kind of stuff. Yeah. You dig what I'm saying? So now that's why she needs to make her expectations known because, hey, I was busy doing this, or maybe I'm just tired too.
Right.
But I'll just do the bottles because the baby got to eat.
I mean, I see it both ways.
Yeah.
I do. I see it both ways. So, all right. So now that we understand this concept, we're going to try it. Okay. This is what we're going to do. Think of a person or situation you're feeling upset about. And it don't have to be y'all. It could be the audience. And do some digging for an unexpressed expectation. If you identify one or more, consider sharing them with that person. If you notice you have an expectation ahead of time, decide to either 1, be okay if it's not met, or 2, communicate that expectation with the person it involves. So for the other young lady, if the kitchen's a mess and the bottles need to be cleaned, tell him, if you're going to clean the bottles, clean the rest of the dishes that are in the sink.
Yeah, I mean, she probably will now after this.
Absolutely.
You know? Mm-hmm.
So what do you guys think about that?
But she was probably mad because her hormones was probably all crazy jacked up.
Listen, that hormone stuff ain't no joke.
No, it's not.
Like, why wouldn't you do all the dishes?
The pizza box is right here.
Right,
you know I was asleep.
And here is the trash.
But I was going to eat the crust that's in there.
Exactly.
Oh no, you saw it just so it be over.
No.
Yeah, I was just thinking about like a situation and.
Because I thought you had zoned out. I thought you fell asleep.
Yeah.
Nah, I was thinking about different things and then y'all kind of went different ways, but I wanted to still remember my thought. I wanted to hold on to it. There was a situation where I'm going to be very vague with it.
Okay.
Because I just want to be vague with it. There was a situation where I told a person, like, look, we're going to do this 1, 2, 3, and then after a couple minutes, we're going to change it up 4, 5, 6.
Okay.
And we get started on 1, 2, 3, and then I look over, he's doing 1, 3, 2, 4, 6, 3, 1, and I'm just like, did you not hear me plain and simply say, we're going to do 1, 2, 3, change it up, and do 4, 5, 6?
Right.
And I was just so frustrated and disappointed at the same time. Like, what's processing for you? And it was happening consistently.
So that's one of those people that
that
you
person,
have
he
to.
just
That's a miscommunication thing.
I'm like, step one,
You told him the
step
expectation.
2. Yeah, I mean, he don't listen.
My expectations were communicated.
Especially,
But you know what? I've realized that you can't always think that even if you've communicated. Didn't I did a final thought? Like the biggest part about miscommunication is the fact that we think we've actually communicated. Like everybody thinks and hears things. Like we could both look outside and describe the same sky 4 different ways. You know what I'm saying? So I think sometimes we think we may have communicated something properly, but we didn't communicate as clearly as we thought we did.
Mhm. That makes sense. That definitely makes sense.
And I'm just thinking like work related, like, you know, I'll send out an email to my staff and like, I will like think that, you know, this sounds clear, this sounds concise. And somebody will come back with a question that I thought I answered in my email, but maybe I need to say it a different way, or you know what I mean? Like I think we
like,
often feel like we're good communicators.
And I'm like, I don't know how else to say that. Do you know what I mean? Like
That's
you're trying to
true.
communicate something to somebody and they're still not getting you. Like, I don't know how else to say it to you. Like I just don't know.
Yeah, and that's like, and with work situations, that's when I'm like, you know what? Let me just call this person because obviously, you know, something's not going right.
Yeah.
Something's not going where it's supposed to
The
go.
lights on, but
see,
nobody's
like
home.
the flip side of this whole thing is people hide behind the ignorance.
True, that's the
Flip side.
the weaponized incompetence.
Yeah.
Like, huh? What you say? You know what I said, and you know what I meant.
Mm-hmm.
That's me.
That's
It's
exactly
like,
right.
Like back in the day, your mom tell you something like, "Huh?" Like you heard me.
Exactly, and you know you heard it. You just ain't want to do what your mom told you to do.
Exactly.
Exactly.
No, I never heard.
Lies.
I never heard.
You heard it.
Lies and apple pie.
You see,
Every
that's
time I heard
another
I said,
conversation.
I
Collective
needed it.
listening.
So
Look, don't be like my dad. If you can you can hear.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Anytime I said "huh," I needed it repeated
Yeah, okay.
every single time.
What about now?
Huh?
Exactly.
Right. Hear me now. Yep. Uh-huh.
Mm.
All right. That
Oh,
was Justin.
God.
That was it.
That's it.
That's it.
Oh, we
Justin.
was getting good. This was getting good.
I mean, we
So,
can, but that was the end of the article.
right. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and try to post that video because I was just like, "Is this?"
Tanya was sending, I don't know if she sent it to you too, but she sent all of them to me. We can try to put them in the group.
Yeah. I'll try to post the video because I was thinking about that video when I sent you this thing. Like, is that really like? So, where's the line between weaponized incompetence and uncommunicated expectations? Like, where does the line at, or does it lie in the person's head?
So one is totally so the weaponized incompetence in this situation would be for the dude who didn't wash the dishes,
Right.
right? And the miscommunication or lack of communication would be for the wife.
Right. That's what I'm talking about. Like, was he really like? How can you tell as a person, like, if he was really just weaponizing incompetence, or if he really just was so focused on getting the bottles done that he just totally didn't notice anything else?
No, so I think he just did what
The minimum.
she asked him to do.
Okay.
And I because dig this. When the baby need a bottle, the baby need a bottle. You ain't gonna have no time to be
Right.
washing it, drying it, and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
So that, in his head, that's what he's thinking. I'm gonna wash these bottles because she not only did she ask me to, but so they'll be ready the next time the baby need a bottle. You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
Mhm.
That was my priority. Throwing
Right.
the pizza box in the trash, not so high on that priority list.
Okay.
Sit.
Right.
Sit down.
At least that's how I see it.
Right, because his one focus was getting those bottles clean.
You asked me to do it. If you wanted me to wash all the dishes, you should have asked me to. But how do you know I'm not going to come back? I'm going to do what the priority is right now. And I'm like, oh, you know what? This is getting too high. I'm going to come back and holler D Jones later.
I mean, I think from the video, it was like overnight. So she had woke up the next day, and it was dishes in the sink, pizza box on the counter. It was just like stuff everywhere, but the bottles was
in my
clean.
mind, in this scenario, she asked him to do it like late at night. Like he might have been on his way to bed, and she asked him to do it, so he went and did it, and then took his ass right to bed.
Okay. I mean, that's, if they both take care of a newborn, like, listen, this going to wait till I'm tired.
Yeah, like
exactly. Like he might have been like, I take care of this to mom.
That's true.
That's true. About it is, if he didn't feel like doing it, he just didn't feel like doing it,
and that's
and
okay
he shouldn't
too.
be persecuted for feeling that way.
Right.
Tanya said, "Husband too worried about getting back that PS5."
That's crazy.
All right. So this was a good topic. We may have to do like a part 2 to this. Get some more examples and see if we can pick out weaponized and confidence versus uncommunicated expectations. But we're going to go ahead and do our end portion of the show, our final twist. If you have a final twist about the topic, go ahead and put it in the chat, and we'll read your final twist. But who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
Cool.
Mine's is short and sweet.
Okay.
A friend said this to me, and I was like, oh, that's so smart. What you refuse to learn from instruction, you will learn from experience.
That is true.
Very much.
That is true.
Yeah.
All right. I'll go next. If that's okay.
Good.
I want to give a shout out to my wonderful husband for getting me my Good Trouble sweatshirt. As you can see, thanks, Whoopi. Shout out
who's all over that
for this. Who is it? Martin Luther King. All the mugshots. Martin Luther King, Rosa Parks.
Oh.
Malcolm X. John Lewis. This is all the mugshots. Yep.
Where'd you get that from, Justin?
So, Get in Good Trouble, y'all. Get in Good Trouble. Whoopi Goldberg had this on a taping of The View. So, my loving husband, he knows.
Oh, so sweet.
Thanks, babe.
Oh.
Good Trouble, y'all. Nothing wrong with Good Trouble.
She's trying to get herself in good trouble. Goose, you got one? I still ain't got one.
Mine is sweet and simple. Like, people, do not air your dirty laundry on this.
Yes.
Oh, please. But it do be juicy. But yeah.
Like, yeah, I mean, we're going to listen and we're going to watch.
Oh, we're going to watch.
And we're going to talk about it.
We're going to talk about it.
But I'm just telling you, don't do it.
It's kind of embarrassing.
Yes. And I'm going to read all 5,635 comments.
I'll be up till 3 a.m. Okay.
And we don't know none of y'all.
But like,
we don't even know none of y'all.
Did you hear, girl? Sorry, we'll talk tomorrow. We'll talk.
Yeah, we'll talk. We'll talk.
Yeah, but don't put your business out on these ones and zeros.
On these internet streets.
It's true. That was good, huh? That was good.
Excuse me. I'm going to take something from. I was at a graduation last Thursday, and I'm going to take something from the speaker that was there, buddy of mine, Arnold Ford. Actually, y'all may have seen videos of him. He's the principal that like gives his students the hugs. He's been on the news and all like that. Yeah, homie of mine I came up with. He was the guest speaker at Penwood's graduation. Excuse me. And something that he said that it stuck with me, that he was when it was addressed to the graduates. He said, "You are a product and a derivative. You're a product of your past, and you're a derivative of your bright future. So that stuck with me. So I wanted to put that out on the show. I like.
I love that.
Yep.
For people that wanted to hear that, needed to hear that, there you go.
All right.
Wrote a song about it.
Here you go.
Yeah.
We won't discuss it. I know that's right, Tanya.
No, we will not.
All right, we're
won't
going to get up
discuss
out of
it.
here. We appreciate y'all checking out the 10-7 show once again with Tara Goose and myself.
Thank you.
We are going to get out of here. We'll talk to y'all next time here on the 10-7 show, which I guess will probably be next week.
Yep.
Talk to
There
y'all.
should be no reason why it wouldn't be.
Should be no reason, but
God willing.
Unless I'm
you all
tired.
know things
It's like,
Unless I'm tired.
Talk to y'all next week, y'all. Peace.
All
Peace,
right.
y'all. Be kind.
Peace.